Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Kyla. I am a 24-year-old new military wife, stay-at-home mom to two little girls, a 3-year-old who's going to be 4 next month, this month actually, and a 2-year-old. And we have just found out over the holidays that I am pregnant. Right now I am 5 weeks and 6 days, but I forgot to do my 4-week bump date. Neighbor's dog's barking upstairs. Anyways, this is my 4-week bump date. Okay, so I didn't do my 4-week bump date just because I was really sick and there were some things going on. And it was my husband's last week here with us from his holiday break. So, let's start with my symptoms. By the way, I'm not going to be showing my belly in this just because it's been like almost, I guess a week since I would have shown my belly for the 4-week bump date. And it still looks pretty normal, a little bit of bloating sometimes, but there's not really a need to show it, I guess. So my symptoms at 4 weeks, not all of these are still valid, but they were at 4 weeks. If you see me looking down, I got a little book here. I was very emotional during that week. Like, I'd be watching videos on TikTok, and videos don't usually make me cry, but I'd be bawling my eyes out. So I was very emotional, crying over everything. I was having very vivid dreams, which I think played a part to my fatigue. Like, I was tired constantly. And it's like a different type of tired when you're pregnant. Like, I was drained, but I think the vivid dreams also played like a role in it, because every time I passed out, I was having a vivid dream and it would feel like I didn't even sleep. I was very bloated, I noticed that week. Like, by the end of the day, I felt like my belly was stretched right out. I was getting nosebleeds when I was sleeping. I'm not exactly, I know it's a thing of pregnancy, but like, this has never happened to me. I've obviously had 2 previous pregnancies, never once had a nosebleed, but yes, my nose was bleeding during my sleep, I guess. And then my breasts were, I don't really want to say sore. Like, the first pregnancy that I had, my breasts were like very sore, but they're kind of like tingly, if that makes sense. And then like, if there's any pressure on them, it hurts. So I guess this video is going to be kind of short, honestly, because there's not really too much. So I was sick during the 4th week, near the end of it. Still kind of sick now if I sound weird. I did get my midwife appointment confirmation. So with my midwife clinic, the day that you find out you're pregnant, they want you to send in an application to let them know, like, hey, I'm going to need a midwife, this is my due date, before you get any type of confirmation, just your pregnancy test. So I did that. I was with my midwife with my last pregnancy. I had used the same clinic, and then my first pregnancy that I had, we had a midwife come in because we didn't have a family doctor at the time. So the midwife that I had when I didn't have a family doctor and the midwife for my last pregnancy were the same person. And then, so for this one, I am also going to be having the same midwife, they said, and my first appointment will be when I'm 10 weeks and 6 days, which is February 11th. And they don't really do much during that. Like, I'm going to have my dating scan before that and my blood work done. But I have to do that through my family doctor, who I now have, so we'll get to that in another video. So I did tell my mother. It was the very beginning of my 4th week when I had told her. And I only did because it was Christmas Eve. Everybody was drinking. She was gonna think something as to why I'm not drinking. So I made a little box. I kind of did the same thing for my sister. If you watched the last video, it was a little box that had a onesie inside of it, the test, and it said, I can't wait to meet you, Nana. One second, my doggo. Can you say hi? So I told her, she was very excited, but then, so Christmas Eve, we all went to my sister's place, the entire family, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, and all that. And my mother decides to call me into the room and goes, oh, Kyla and Riley have an announcement. I was like, oh my god, here we go. And yeah, she told everybody, so my entire side of the family knows. We are not telling my husband's side, Riley. We're not telling his side of the family until I'm further along. And then I'm not posting to social media. I'll explain why in a different video. But now my kids also know. Okay, so my oldest just kind of guessed from listening to us talk and everything, but she is very dead set on having a sister. She has been going around telling my mom that she can't wait for her baby sister. So we're trying to keep her. We told her it was a secret, so we can't tell anybody yet. But I feel like she's gonna end up telling my in-laws before we do. So, and then the last thing that I have down is New Year's Eve. So every New Year's we do like a little party with the kids before New Year's actually hits, and we use a countdown from the previous year. So they have their party and everything, and then we'll go out to usually somebody's having something on New Year's, whether that be, I guess it's always cousins of Riley's that have done it. But anyways, so Riley's cousin was having this New Year's party. There was a bunch of couples going. We were the first people that were invited to it, so we couldn't say no to going. So I just had to tell everybody that I was very sick when I went, and I didn't feel like drinking, even though I didn't really seem sick. But yeah, that is all for my 4-week bump date. I don't really have much more to add to that. I will be posting my 5-week bump date very soon, just because I'm already at the end of my 5 weeks. I'll be 6 weeks tomorrow, so. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for coming along on my pregnancy journey. My dog's trying to get into stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video.